Hey YouTube, hey Rumble. So here we go again with another video. I wasn't actually gonna make anything on this just because, to be honest with you, I had some high hopes when I heard about the Switch 2, but after looking at some reviews and looking at the new price tag, everything around that, my thoughts have changed. So I'm not looking forward to the new Switch, and I don't plan on buying one. And I don't suggest anyone to do so. Now, if we look at the Switch 2 and what they're offering, it's horrifying. Like, it's actually bad what they're offering. It's not even good. It's like, yeah, it's a little beefier, but not by much. You get a 250 gig hard drive instead of a 250 gig SSD. So we're talking about the storage to start out with. 250 gig SSD is not enough for most AAA titles, and I hate to break their little fucking hearts, but it won't even run Call of Duty. I just had to update COD, and I'm telling you right now, my Xbox Series X, I had to delete stuff from Call of Duty to make sure that I can get the update in just for the multiplayer. So and that's a 1 terabyte hard drive. You see where I'm getting at? It's the hard drive space isn't enough. But it's not a good system. And to be honest with you, you guys want to know why I made this video? Because a dumbass named Cody Bell proceeded to put a post up. I was going to let him bury himself with it, but you know what? I kind of wanted to feed into it. He's promoting the fact that he was given some stupid sponsorship for the Switch 2 when, I hate to break your fucking heart, the Switch 2 is the biggest anti-consumer move that I've seen done by any corporation. I hate to break your guys' little heart. And I know there's going to be people, well, I love the Switch 2. Well, I'm going to tell you right now, the Switch 2 does not look like it's a good system. It looks shit. And I don't care if I offend anyone or get people upset over it. Like, it's seriously a bad system. And the price to performance just isn't there. Not even close. For the price tag they're asking, you can go get an Xbox Series X that will outperform it in every inch of the way. You can build a PC that would outperform it every inch of the way and play their games. Even though it's not technically legal, but you can technically still play their games. So at the end of the day, this new Switch 2 is so anti-consumer, it is insane. It's really fucking bad. It was horrifying when I so you're back to your games being a key code, but it's still worse. I honestly, so do you remember what Xbox tried to come up with back during the Xbox One? When they were boosted, or they were talking about removing trading games and doing all that stuff. Nintendo's done the same, which is fine. But there's more to the caveat. like, if you guys watch the Nintendo Direct, I really don't really have much to explain. It is a shit show of a fucking console. And that's saying a lot, okay? Because I did have hopes for it. And I thought Nintendo was the last... You know what? Actually, I should have expected Nintendo to do something stupid like this, because it's always... They have a... They've been doing this track record since the Wii. The Wii did really well. The Wii U fucking sucked. It completely dived off, and no one gave a shit about that console because it sucked. And then the Switch, which did really well, really good console. Now they got the Switch 2, which they're kind of copying what they flopped with the Wii U. And, you know, they were talking about how it's got a mic inside the console. And I don't know if they've realized this, but I hate it when PlayStation players are using their fucking controller as the mic, because it doesn't have very good noise cancellation and you can hear everything in the fucking background. Okay, which that sucked. Then they boosted about this fucking camera that you can get for it, and it's such a stuttery mess, it's not even worth the time or energy. Like, it's seriously not worth it, guys. Like, the Nintendo Switch, the Switch 2 is just, it's so anti-consumer, I would never suggest anyone to buy it. Period. And when there's other devices that cost the same price and are better, it kind of makes you go, what the fuck? And so if you want to talk about the handheld part of it, you can get a fucking Steam Deck. If I remember right, you can get a Steam Deck pretty decent now. Yeah. So with the Switch, with the price tag that they're asking for with the Switch, you can get a Steam Deck that would outpower it pretty easily. Okay? Because if I remember right, the Switch 2 is going to be like, what, $4.99 or something like that? Yeah, $4.49. So technically, you can get a Steam Deck with a 2 terabyte hard drive that can play this better games and play the Nintendo games, but they can play these games that you're already that they're trying to boost that their device is going to be able to do. You can get a better deal with a Steam Deck than you would the Switch 2. I'm not even lying to you. Okay? And I don't know why there's people who are defending this console, because I know I'm going to see it in my comments, and I know I'm going to have people going, well, it's such a great, it's Nintendo, they can never do anything wrong type of bullshit. No. It's still a fucking corporation, and they will literally try to nickel and dime you every inch they can, and supporting this anti-consumerism is not helping anyone. Supporting it literally makes it so the person can barely afford ends meet, can't enjoy their hobby. And you know what I say to that? Fuck that shit. Okay? That's the point I'm talking about. There's no reason, period, why someone who has to struggle every day should have to literally buy something that doesn't give you a good price to performance and have to be stuck with it. I personally won't touch the thing. I won't give it time of day. And I know there's a shit ton of other content creators and another bunch of other people who will not as well. Because it's so anti-consumer, I don't want to touch it. And I've seen people already defend it. But the majority of people are telling you guys, don't buy it. Okay, it's not me being an Xbox guy Xbox and a PC guy. That has nothing to do with it. What it has to do with is the fact that it is anti-consumer. I've owned Switches in the past. I missed my Switch. The only reason why I had to sell it is because I had to pay for rent, cover rent, that thing that majority of people do. And Cody Bell, aka Dean TV, doing a sponsorship involving the Switch 2, you know what that does to everyone, the rest of us? What that does is it tells everyone else that someone who doesn't have to struggle to make ends meet, who, again, doesn't struggle and has no problem with just spending money willy-nilly, doesn't understand why the average person is not going to buy this system. The average person is going to look at this and go, no. And the sad part is there are going to be kids who are going to be like, I want to get a Switch to play my Fortnite. Well, most parents are going to tell you no. Because at the end of the day, there's other devices that you can put parental controls on that can do the same thing. And don't get me wrong, Nintendo has some bangers when it comes to games. But at the end of the day, it's still not worth the price. And I don't care who you are, if you defend these actions that Nintendo has done when it comes to launching this Switch 2, you are a corporate cuck. You're just feeding into the problem. You're not actually sitting there saying, hey, multi-trillion-dollar company. Well, no, they aren't a multi-trillion. They're multi-billion, I think. I don't know what Nintendo is worth, but I know it's in the billions. So, hey, multi-billion-dollar company, you can keep screwing people and I'll keep giving you my money. At the end of the day, all that says is you don't know how to spend your money, first off. Second off, it's a waste. It really is. Like, if you guys still want to play Switch games, just go out and buy a Switch. Just do that. Say fuck the Switch 2, go buy a Switch, and you'll be good to go. If I end up buying another Switch, it's going to be the first Switch. I'm not buying a Switch 2. I'll refuse to put money into the new console. Because all that does is tell them, hey, we're going to fuck you some more. I personally don't give a shit about that. Well, yeah, I'm not going to let you fuck me anymore. That's the point I'm getting at. You let these corporations control you, and that's what happens. This generation is going to be my last gen on console. Period. I don't plan on buying another console. That's why I say plan. Because anything could change. The new Xbox is looking pretty cool and pretty promising, but going forward, I may just play on PC. Like, I don't see the sense in buying another console. People may say, well, what about the PlayStation exclusives? Well, eventually they're going to come out on PC anyways, so I don't need a PlayStation. Don't need an Xbox. And I don't need a Nintendo. I have an Xbox, but that's because I still enjoy some of the features that it has. But I don't see myself getting another Xbox, if that makes any sense. Like, I've already made the decision that I'm going to go PC going forward, and I don't see the need to do anything else. And I like my PC, and I've been actually putting more time onto my PC than I have my console in the past couple months. Like, I've been really fucking enjoying it. It's been pretty nice. And hey, I can't complain. It's a good thing. But anyways, let's end this video here. Again, thank you guys for watching. Thank you for joining us here today. I hope you guys enjoyed this content. If you guys did, why don't you smash... Again, if you guys enjoyed this content, you guys can like, subscribe, push that bell for notifications. For those of you guys on Rumble, you guys can like and or subscribe. Again, thank you guys for watching. Thank you for joining us. Until next time.